As I try to get over this virus of unknown origin, let's get in and out of this episode of Ahsoka as quickly as possible. But succinctly, the good, Hayden Christensen, and a little actress who plays a young Ahsoka. The bad, pretty much everything else. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Apologies for the croak, apologies for the profuse fever which is going on at the moment, but we are back with Ahsoka episode 5, and as said, we're going to try and get through this as quickly as possible so I can return to bed where I belong, at least for the next couple of days, ladies. So we start off episode 5 where we left off the previous episode. Some nice little shots, but not a lot happening. We see the ghost, a better image of the ghost at least. Hera comes out, just wiggles her gun from side to side, and then determines everything's absolutely fine. Hera is quite possibly the most useless character in this show by a country mile. But don't worry, she gets even worse later on. Jason comes down the ramp and says, "Hey, can I come out, Mum?" And she says, "Sure, why not? I don't know if any of the robots are still here. I don't really know if anyone else is still here, but sure, come on down. Don't stray too far." I'm like, you're the worst mum in the history of... Never mind. Let's carry on. This is stupid Star Wars, for goodness sake. So she meets up with... And he says, "Well, I don't know where they've gone. They've all vanished. Ahsoka, It's all the fucking same. Don't worry about it." So we then go to the world between worlds with Anakin and Ahsoka. Anakin says that I'm here to finish your teaching. And the final lesson is, do you want to live or do you want to die? So he gets his lightsaber out and they start fighting. And immediately after Hayden Christensen gets his lightsaber out, just the fluidity with which he wields it. And I'm sorry to say this, I don't have anything against Rosario Dawson, but it embarrasses her as an actress with a lightsaber. It does. He's just too good. He just exhibits such immense control and power immediately, and you just think to yourself, there is no way at all that Ahsoka could defeat Anakin. There isn't, just by the way the two are matching up together. But this is where we are, I guess. Jason says that I can hear lightsaber fighting in the water because Jason's connection to the Force allows him to connect to the world between worlds, or is allowing him to connect to Ahsoka's body, which, as we discover later, is under the water. So Ahsoka has been able to breathe underwater even though she's unconscious for hours. Yeah, this just gets more and more stupid, but hey, it's Star Wars. Oh, God. Hera says the fleet's on, well, the X-Wing pilot says the fleet's on the way. We need to do something. So Hera just says, just delay them. What's the point in being a general if you can't just abuse your power? Space Karen, that's all Space Karen has done. She's just gone, I'm a general, I'm a general, I'm a general, and I'm like, a general?
Any man who must say, I am the king, is no true king.
Worst. Fuck it. Why has she got a packet of Strepsils? So, never mind. UK people will get that. Don't worry about it. So she calls for the X-Wing pilots to go meet the fleet, try and delay the fleet. And they're going to do some sweeps of the water to find Ahsoka's body underwater, breathing, even though she's unconscious. God, this show's fucking terrible. Oh, man. You've no idea how many coughs and hacks and wheezes I've edited out already. Don't worry about it. Anakin destroys one of the pathways in the world between worlds, which sends Ahsoka into the Clone Wars. And I'm pretty sure these are actual physical costumes as well. Of course, in Attack of the Clones, they weren't. It was all CGI. So I think this is the first time, canonically, officially we've seen the Mark, is it the Mark 1s or the Mark 2s? The Mark 1s, I think, stormtroopers, clone troopers. But this is a young actress. This is now a young actress playing Ahsoka Tano when she was a kid, and just joining Anakin for the first time as his Padawan. So she's talking as if she still has the knowledge of her adult self. Why am I here? This is the start of the Clone Wars. And Anakin's just, yes, you know, if you want to live, you got to learn how to fight. If you want to survive, you got to learn how to fight and fight and fight. And also they put Hayden Christensen in his Clone Wars outfit, which is cool. It's nice. I like that. I ain't got any problems with that. And then we see the cost of the battle. We see a lot of the troopers either dead, wounded, and Anakin says, look, just because we're Jedi and we have to lead people doesn't mean that we make all the right decisions, or that there aren't going to be any casualties along the way or stuff like that. But we got to press on. We got to keep going. He goes off again, and they go to another phase of the Clone Wars. And this time, oh, shut up, Hera. This time, Anakin's just like, where are we? And she says, oh, this is Ahsoka says, this is the Battle of Mandalore. We had parted ways by then. And we see Captain Rex, which is pretty cool. You know, little bits of member berries, whatever. But this actress is, she fights at the beginning. When we get here, she's fighting, and she's great. This little actress is fantastic. I believe that this is a Padawan in training that's got better. She moves with great fluidity, great speed. Again, nothing against Rosario Dawson, but just embarrasses how slow and cumbersome Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka appears to be. Oh, well. And then Anakin moves on in the fight, and we get a little flash where he turns into to Darth Vader. Well, we saw that a little bit early on, but whatever. So now he's like, you need to fight to survive. And this time, though, his lightsaber's turned to red, and his eyes have succumbed to the dark side. And he's just smashing the shit out of her, knocks her back onto a pathway in the world between worlds, and he's just fighting, and he's just crushing her. And then suddenly she disarms him and takes his weapon. It's just like, no. There is not at one stage during this whole thing where you looked like you were even remotely in control. Anakin was just crushing you every single solitary way. And he's like, there's hope for you yet? Shame there's no hope for this shite of a show. But Hayden Christensen was the best thing about it by a country mile. He looked just so good with the lightsaber, so fluid, so strong. And the little girl playing Ahsoka was great as well. And she was far more interesting in the 5 minutes of screen time that she got than Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka has been at all. They find her underwater where she's still breathing. Why don't... whatever. And then she recovers, and suddenly Ahsoka the Grey turns into Ahsoka the White. Gandalf rises from the Jedi starship, and now she's dressed in her white outfit for some reason. And then she's like, hey, I got an idea on how we can find Sabine. Space whales. Fuck off. So that's when they formulate the plan to prevent the fleet from moving in, so that Ahsoka can get back out onto the ship's wing, get into a space whale, and fuck off. Which is exactly what this show can do. It's really bad. And it's so telling that the people who have been the best in the show are Ray Stevenson, who's criminally underused, Hayden Christensen, who feels like he's never missed a beat and just makes you wonder, why they haven't formulated why the Kenobi show wasn't formulated around Obi-Wan trying to come to terms and try and figure out in his own mind the deterioration between them and trying to deal with that. It just beggars belief. But then you realize, oh, it's because Dave Filoni's so far up his own ass that Dave Filoni just wants to push Ahsoka as the god savior of the universe, which is bullshit, because she should have died at the hands of Darth Vader at the end of Rebels, and we all know that. This is where we are. And also, Rosario Dawson isn't even the best Ahsoka in Ahsoka. It's that young little girl. So I'll leave you with that. Until the next episode, you take care. Bye for now.